Hey friends, Mark Holmes here for my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Because without you guys, well, this certainly wouldn't be a whole lot of fun. Now would it? I mean, I'd be just sitting here talking to myself. Well, I'm on a little break here at work, and my buddy Law Nation, and if you guys don't know who Law Nation is, come out from under the rock that you've been hiding, because you've got to check out Law Nation. My man breaks down stuff like you wouldn't believe. And it's funny because like yesterday morning he sent me a text and said, man, do you see the pictures of Zeke Elliott on the boat? I was like, man, I already got a video out on that. But he got me on this one because I hadn't even noticed this yesterday because I'd been so busy. And you probably didn't hear a whole lot about it. You know, we're sitting here dealing with the Zeke Elliott situation on domestic violence, where the NFL has suspended him for 6 games and hasn't even been charged or arrested for anything. Yet, he has right now the longest suspension for domestic violence, but has never been charged. Here's what's interesting. Law sent me a text with a picture of Michael Bowie, a New York Giant offensive lineman, who was arrested Monday for domestic violence. He ended up beating down his girlfriend because she said something about his mama and destroyed some stuff at the house. Now, as we sit here and wait for the NFL arbitrator, Harold Henderson, to decide Zeke Elliott's fate on a guy who was investigated by the police who could not find evidence that he did something, as well as the district attorney who says that we can't prove that anything happens. They've talked to witnesses and everything else. There's so much testimony, so much evidence that goes to the credibility of the witness. Yet the NFL suspended him for 6 games, as well as investigating it for over a year and doing a 160-page report. And the amazing thing is, on this channel, we have a lot of you Giant fans out there. A lot of you Giant fans out there have been talking about the Dallas Cowboys being lawless. You guys have been pounding your chest about those 2 victories against us, even though you failed in the playoffs. Even though Eli Manning is a turnover machine. When this story came up that Dak Prescott might be using an auto pen, oh, you guys were basically condemning him, even though Eli Manning has been accused of selling game-used equipment that wasn't game-used, where there's emails proving that he knew about it. Now you have Michael Bowie arrested in charge with domestic violence. You had Roger Lewis, who couldn't stay off the weed while he was driving. Yeah, he was arrested for driving under the influence, smoking weed. Yet you guys feel the need to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Because, we've had some guys that have been bad and questionable because Jerry Jones has taken risk by signing guys who have had a checkered past and seeing they can be rehabilitated. These weren't guys, like Greg Hardy or Pac-Man Jones that we drafted with questionable backgrounds. They were guys we brought in to try and see, hey, can they be salvaged? Because everybody deserves a second chance. Your guys were homegrown as far as I know. And as they say, those who live in glass houses should be the ones to cast the first stone. As bad as some of the people we've had in Dallas, we've never had a player carry a gun that was illegal into a nightclub and proceed to shoot himself in the leg. Yeah. And then do time in jail for it. I'm going to have more for you New York Giants fans because we're getting close. We're less than 3 weeks away from kickoff. And it's time to start talking some smack. Oh, and by the way, your boy Odell, he might miss that first game with that ankle. Now, fortunately, it's not major, but he does have a sprained ankle. And the clock is ticking on whether or not he'll be ready for the season opener. But I will have more on you New York Giants. Today, I'm going to break it all down for you, what I see. Even though the experts think that the New York Giants are the class of the division. Yeah. Eli Manning, the turnover machine that is. So, I'm Mark Holmes. This is Cowboy Joe Boo. And I'm done with my coffee break. Time to get back to work. I'll see you guys soon.